And we are live.
Oh yeah.
Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentleman of Crypto episode 275. Today is Tuesday, October 23rd, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish.
Oh yeah.
We gotten pretty good at that. I remember, that used to be a struggle, people.
Oh, yeah. We used to not even have any opening.
Right.
Remember, if you go back to the old 1, 2.
It was like, all right, all coins buy today. Here's the coin you want to buy.
Oh yeah.
All right, so who won the free cryptic coin from yesterday?
Oh yeah. So unfortunately, we didn't have any answers to the question.
Wah,
so
wah.
no winners today. However, it's all good. Still getting things with the wallet, so all those winners will receive them.
Yes,
absolutely. So
well, I think it's safe to say between our videos and everything, or the comments and everything else, we are like at the bottom, people. You're talking about the time to consider buying. This is it. News is at all-time lows. Nothing going on in the crypto space, which means that's a good thing. That is when you want to buy. Sergeant Crypto, what's going on?
What up? What up?
All right, for the top story, you all may have seen it, might not, just popped up, but breaking: crypto giants Coinbase and Circle launched digital dollar.
Oh,
they call it the USDC.
Jesus Cristo.
Oh my goodness! And Circle was backed by Goldman Sachs, right?
Yep.
So it should say Coinbase, Goldman Sachs, the execs that left, TD Ameritrade, Facebook,
Goldman Sachs,
Walmart, Goldman Sachs, and some of the Wall Street's vets have all decided to launch a digital dollar called USDC. That's the correct title. Yeah. That's what's actually happening.
The rich man's ICO.
Right. Coinbase has provided a major stamp of approval, as they say in this article, to one of the several recently launched USD-pegged cryptocurrency stablecoins. They're basically trying to outdo Tether and some of the other ones. San Francisco-based Coinbase today announced that beginning today, customers can buy, sell, and send and receive USD coin. The cryptocurrency initially launched by fellow cryptocurrency unicorn Circle. Wow, they're even calling Circle the unicorn now.
Oh man.
Even though technically it didn't start off before, or it wasn't a cryptocurrency company at first. But.
Oh yeah. And you know what's funny? That they have to include here. Excluding New York. Oh right, yeah.
Exactly.
Doesn't even matter in New York.
New York,
New York.
We don't need you to live. Why do you have you not figured that out yet? But again, it's crazy. We were talking about this before the show. It's kind of like the Federal Reserve did when they named themselves the Federal Reserve, even though they're a private company, in an effort to sound more public, so the public wouldn't actually question some of the things they're doing. It's going to be the same thing you're seeing with the USDC coin, USD coins, or whatever. The government's literally going to allow possibly 2 or 3 more big platforms like this to call themselves the Fed coin, the USD coin, or whatever, before they finally make it illegal. But by that time, you already have companies that have already surpassed that threshold, like Coinbase. They're literally calling themselves the United States dollar coin. That is what USD stands for, people.
Yeah, and all they gotta do is keep it abbreviated like KFC, I guess.
Right.
They won't get any lawsuits.
Yeah, so
because they can't say Kentucky Fried Chicken no more. So.
It's crazy to even see that. But, I mean,
man, well, it's amazing to me that the Coinbase, dipped their toe in it because they had a USD wallet actually.
Right.
Like when you actually took money out of your account and put it in their USD wallet, it was there. It was insured at one point. And the crazy thing is when they implement the stable coin, like we've always said, is they can turn off the switch or something can happen and your money can be gone just like that. And there's nothing you can really do. Haven't really seen a insurance type a deal for a stable coin, but I'm sure, I guess they're coming up with something. But yeah, I wouldn't trade my dollars for stable coins when you can just do the USD wallet. That was perfectly fine. But I don't know if they're trying to circumvent some sort of regulation or I don't know. I can't figure it out, but I thought this was going to be all circles. Looks like this is going to be exchanges working together to get back centralized. So,
I mean, at the end of the day, you have to hand it to these companies. The companies and the regulators, you have to hand it to. I mean, somebody, I can't remember who said it in the comments during the show last week, but they were basically saying they're trying to make a bunch of derivatives and packages for you to buy so you won't buy the underlying asset. Yeah. And that's what's going on here. During the next bull run, when we get all these new people in again who have never heard anything about cryptocurrency, they're going to be so confused. Their money is going to go everywhere but to cryptocurrency. Yeah. Their money is going to go to poor man bundle packages. It's going to go to stable coins. Yeah. It's going to go to ETFs. It's going to go to futures. It's literally going to go everywhere but to cryptocurrency, and especially everywhere but to Bitcoin itself. Oh yeah. Which is again what the powers that be one.
That's exactly
so
what
it's messed up, but it's funny because it's just like, I mean, what can you do?
I mean, if I was to attack Bitcoin or if I wanted to weaken it, this is exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
Just like they do with the regular economic fiat. If you want to weaken it, if you want to make it so that you can keep control, introduce all these products where rich people can play these games and determine, they can basically wag the dog with the tail. Right. They can determine the value of something with futures contracts and things of that nature. So I'm sure this plan has been in motion for a while. We won't see it start churning until Q1 2019. However, you can see it brewing. I mean, you can already see all of the companies coming out, and this USD coin is just another example of that. So
and to kind of put it in a market cap perspective, I know everybody likes to look at the pretty numbers, see how much things are worth and all that. Think of it this way: for every new stablecoin that comes out, especially backed by a huge platform, no pun intended, but backed by some of these big platforms like Coinbase and Circle, for every derivatives package that comes out, for every future, so ETF or anything like that comes out, that is $1 less than what would go into the crypto market. And then from there, that's $1 less that could possibly go into Bitcoin, right? Yeah. So when you talk about Bitcoin price when compared to USD, even though you shouldn't be doing that, or to the euro, or you talk about the overall market cap and how it shed all these billions, the money's still there. It's just being diverted. It's the same thing we saw when Bitcoin Cash came out and Bitcoin Gold, and people were looking at Bitcoin it's like, it should be higher. It's like, it should, but they took the market cap.
They took out.
So that is literally all these companies, and of course, what the government's blessing is trying to do, they just want to dilute the market cap as much as possible. I mean, if you can bring this thing down to 20%, low 30s, mid to high 20s, sometime next year, they're in good shape because they're thinking long term again. They're thinking the next 10 years, how much lower can we dilute this? In the next 20 years, how much lower can we dilute this? Until finally you look up and you have all these pretty packages you talk about, but you don't own the underlying asset.
Hey, we got to choose a side this year. We told you it's coming. Right. And it's here now.
It's crazy. What's going on, Evan? Banger Committee, Vivian, S1 Dubs, Allison,
Brian Cooper,
everybody, Crypto
Chris Webb. Oh, yeah.
There we go. All right. New York Stock Exchange parent company reveals launch date for Bitcoin futures on Bakkt platform. Speaking of the devil.
Oh, yeah.
What is going on with New York Stock Exchange?
Oh, yeah. Well, the Intercontinental Exchange, which actually owns the NYSE, their trading platform Bakkt has a date that it will officially launch now, which is December 12th. So at least they got that far. Pending regulatory approval is the official word, so it's still not even official. However, December 12th is the date most people are looking at right now. I wouldn't be surprised if it got pushed even further, simply because this has happened before. We've had how many pushbacks?
December 12th is not a good launch date, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And in my opinion, when you're dealing with bureaucracy, anytime they have to come up with an important decision or some new technology, it's going to get pushed back as far as they can. So this is something that is sort of, I guess, exciting for people who want to get into the futures contract talk. However, from a regulatory Bitcoin crypto standpoint, we don't need it per se. We already have some futures contracts out there, but this is supposed to bring so much money into the market, it'll help everybody. So we'll see. But at this point, not really. I'm not banking on December 12th.
Yeah, that's an interesting launch day. You got to remember, people, you got the holiday, same as last year, what we talked about. For those who've been watching us for a year or watches some of those old episodes, the government in America, I know for a fact, I don't know about everywhere else, but in the United States, the government shuts down. Actually, around December 12th to 15th, you get your winter breaks and stuff beginning. Of course, all the way through Christmas and New Year's. And people, I mean, honestly, it kind of shuts down after Thanksgiving. People come back for two or 3 weeks. They're on these half-day schedules, 4 days a week, 3 days a week type deals, tag in, tag out. So from like December 15th to January 15th, leading up to Martin Luther King Day weekend, government shuts down, people. Everybody's on vacation. Everybody's on holiday. It's not happening. So for them to plan, and not just them, we see in the crypto market. Christmas, you have a big sell-off. The New Year's usually have a big sell-off, but then they rebuy New Year's Day and stuff because of the birthday. But other than that, the market is usually, it dips. It's not down, but it has a slight dip. So for them to launch then, the only thing I can guess is maybe they have a huge marketing plan where they know no one else in the space is going to be active, and this is their chance to really push hard going into the new year. But interesting date. Again.
Or they're kind of like parents who just wanted to get their kid out of the room. Like,
right.
All right,
just get out there.
I'll tell you later. Yeah, I'll tell you later. December 12th. Yeah.
And you know what?
And then just push it back later.
It might be a good thing to have it December 12th too, because if they do start it then, they might actually have low volume, which is good because now it serves almost as a grander scale beta test. It was like, all right, we can really launch this thing for real. see all the mistakes, and we literally have 4 weeks to work on it before everyone comes back from holiday in January and they really start paying attention. Yeah, so that might be it too, but we'll see. All right. That's pretty funny. Somebody said the government gets the itis during the holidays. I know, right?
Oh, yeah. Big time. They get it worse than anybody else. Who else get a month and a half off?
There we go. Marcel is talking about NorCal. Hey, we love NorCal, Bay Area for sure.
What up, what up?
Crypto Q says it's a shell. Of course. Of course. All right. Story we've been following for a while. Looks like HTC launches blockchain smartphone Exodus with flagship specs.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, this phone is really nothing more than a hardware wallet, really. But
right.
But honestly, it's the beginning of something bigger. That's all we really care about here. We've talked about so much news over time that you have to realize that a lot of it is the very beginning of years of planning. But they do have a HTC Exodus phone that can only be purchased with cryptocurrency. So that's one of the highlights for me. Step in a great direction. Honestly, you can pay with cryptos anonymously, and or you can reveal your name or whatever. But the good thing is for this phone, once it ships out, once people are using it, people will start learning or being able to use the word blockchain in a more usable manner, because they'll have something that actually represents it. When you think about cryptocurrency now, people are like, well, I know the blockchain is something, but I don't have anything to do with it. But once they can actually see you have a phone in your hand or you have a device that you use and this is actual blockchain technology working on a daily basis, I think this will get some traction. And then once it gets developed further, we'll have even better phones. I can't even wait for 5-10 years from now. So good to see there from HTC. Definitely get it popping with the phone.
Let's see if I can get this commercial up and loaded. See what it looks like here. There you go, a little teaser commercial.
Oh yeah.
What I like about what they tweeted though, HTC Exodus at HTC Exodus, of course, it said Genesis Block Exodus phone. This is official early access release to the Exodus One. We are inviting a community of developers and enthusiasts to work with us to keep building security. Join us in rebuilding trust together, one phone at a time. Get your early access now. They are inviting a community of developers and enthusiasts. You have to love it. That is what cryptocurrency is about. That's one of the things that brought people here, not just the fact that, hey, we're changing the way the monetary system as a whole is being reformed, but the fact that it's open source. Yeah. Anybody can look at it, anybody can work on it, anybody can help. I'm sure HTC won't have their entire phone open source because, a competing company can just take it. But for them to actually put it out there, hey, if you're a developer, if you're an enthusiast, if you just want to work on this stuff and this technology and build security, come on over. Yeah. Granted, who knows how they're going to do it as far as they actually pay people, or they just say, hey, you had a helping hand in this. But as Bitcoins, they said, I mean, once this thing is launched, once people start working on it, the word will get out. People will learn new lessons as far as how to shape this technology in these applications. They're going to bring it back to the community. So,
the only thing I hope is that people who have this phone don't get targeted. Like going through the airport, if they're like, if they got
you got one of those,
you got a blockchain phone. They definitely got
you got some crypto. How much?
Exactly. Right. So hopefully people don't get targeted.
You got $1,000 phone with $500 of crypto. No,
exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, I hope people don't get targeted for that reason. That's the only worry I have right now. And the key management, it has to get tested. Somebody's going to test it and test their security. So we have to see how it actually works. But we should see good progress from this point forward. Good to see there.
Shinobi wants the Exodus phone, has a cold storage too.
Yep.
They say they do. I would definitely like to see how that works on this phone because, again, if it's able to go online, it's one of those things. But we'll see.
Yeah.
The Finney's, Marcellus Love, so the Finney by Siren Labs will be out next month. Can't wait to see that. I think they're actually calling, they were trying to say increment of Bitcoin was going to be called the Finney too for a while. Some people were going by, was it 4?
Yeah, it was like 40. Yeah, something like that. But that never really got traction. But I guess it will.
It made sense though. It does make sense, especially calling it the Finney. But
hey, I would be pretty excited if we can get a lot more phones that use this technology that are just phones. Because I am kind of tired of Apple, Android, you know what I mean? Like at some point, different OS, something that works, that should be tight.
There we go. All right. Singapore government-owned venture firm invests in crypto giant Binance.
CZ.
Wow.
Big
CZ. News, people. Big news. The investment fund owned by the government of Singapore is funding Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, toward its expansion in the city-state.
Had to slip that in there.
Before we go ahead with this story, I mean, honestly, we should just do a story like this in the United States, except say the investment fund owned by the United States government, Federal Reserve, is funding Coinbase. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like, same story, different countries.
Polonex.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Oh, yeah. Well, Vertex Ventures, which is a subsidiary of Singapore's Sovereign Wealth Fund, has announced a strategic investment in Binance that will see these two entities jointly establish Binance Singapore in the country. So all that is said to mean that they are giving Binance a lot of money in order to list their exchange in Singapore, have it usable, and get their profit off the top of that. Because Binance is growing, it is moving. I don't know how many countries it's up to now, but it's going to a lot of. I think it's Uganda, Singapore now. A few other countries is going to Thailand. So Binance is spreading its wings, and I can definitely see why a government would invest, because if they want to have the regulation traction that we all know they want, you're going to have to invest in the biggest exchanges. And like we said in the U.S., they're indirectly doing it with Coinbase and Polonex. So, that's one step closer to where we say national currencies will adopt Bitcoin at some point. For now, they're getting exchanges. If they're starting to invest in exchanges, at some point, they're going to invest in the actual currency that they're receiving. Because if the government of Singapore is receiving their payout,
bit by bit.
Yeah, if they're getting their payout and, their fiat currency to start, who's to say they won't start getting it in cryptocurrency and holding it? I mean, if the value goes up. So that's one of the best parts about this. However, like we said, from a regulation standpoint, you got to take what you can get. Binance already got that tap on the shoulder. So
right. Hey, but I see what team they decided to go with. Hey. So I'm not mad at that. Again, it's just one of those things where none of this would matter if it wasn't money, people, or if it wasn't as much as it was. I'm telling you, when 2017 began, actually all the way up until May of 2017, no one was paying attention to cryptocurrency. So it's crazy how literally a year and a half later, you have governments trying to make regulations. We saw the story yesterday that said some government made a new regulation Friday, last Friday, and it's just like a year and a half ago, you guys didn't even care about this stuff. It wasn't real.
Yeah.
People were still getting hung up on, laughed out the office, but now we're partnering with the largest exchanges in the world. There we go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What a time to be alive.
Watching it happen live.
And we are going to end this on a great note. Yes, this WuTang Clan themed cryptocurrency is actually happening.
Oh, yeah.
WuTang Clan ain't nothing to mess with.
Yeah. ODB.
Right. What's going on with the Wu?
Oh, yeah. It looks like ODB, who was in WuTang, of course, WuTang Forever, Protect Your Neck. His son, Young Dirty, he came out with news earlier this year about having a cryptocurrency. However, they actually wanted to register with the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission, the SEC as it's known, in order to make sure everything was, kosher. They could actually do it. So it looks like they will be coming out with the ODB coin, otherwise known as the dirty coin. However, it won't be used in the manner that most cryptocurrencies say they will, where they say they have a utility or they have some sort of use case dealing with monetary system. Theirs will be more of like an incentive, which we've always said may be a better use case for most of the cryptos, that you actually receive it as a bonus or as sort of like points like you receive now from companies, and then you could spend it on shows and merchandise. So that's one of the best parts about his coin, is that it's actually looking at a different way to use it, where you can get merchandise and things for that nature, just for buying tickets to a show. You can accumulate his crypto, things of that nature. So connect with fans, all that. That's a good use case for musicians if they want to get into the crypto world, instead of getting with ICOs that are just pump and dumps essentially. Because people are getting who was it? Floyd and DJ Khaled actually
trying to get sued.
Getting rounded up for that. So find a way like this way. I think is a good way. Just give it away as bonus points, or give it away as something that's redeemable for something later. So good to see there from Young Dirty.
I actually want to talk to Young Dirty and see if we can use this coin to put some tokens on Martin Shkreli books and get this WuTang CD he apparently had.
I know, right? Yeah. You're the only person with it.
Right. Shinobi once said, crypto did in a year what Occupy tried to do. That's actually very true.
Yeah.
If
you want to change the government, you got to mess with the money.
People, mess with it. Play with their money, and now it's a difference. I keep telling you, all these heart attacks don't happen overnight. All right, everybody think we being conspiracy theories are dark. It's like,
yeah. Absolutely.
You know, I know some people in the military that do some very abnormal jobs. I would say that.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Ryan. Oh yeah. Shout out WuTang. Yeah, Ghostface. Ghostface is actually the face of Cream Capital, another venture with ATM. So yeah, WuTang is all up. They all in the cryptocurrency. And if you follow their WuTang Financial, which I'm sure is something to do with them, they actually talk about crypto a lot. So
there we go.
Funny to see there, definitely.
All right. And today we actually, well, first I guess we'll do the free cryptic coin. What are we doing for it?
Oh yeah. So for the free cryptic coin, we discussed the HTC blockchain phone. What features would you like to see, or what features do you think they should have to be a good crypto phone? Put your cryptic coin address and we'll send those free coins.
All right. And last but certainly not least,
oh, yeah.
we have a special package that came in the mail. Some packages to open up.
Oh yeah.
We finally have our World CryptoCon tickets that are in. Of course, the World CryptoCon will be from October 31st, November 2nd, Las Vegas, Nevada. They have all types of speakers. Charlie Shrum will be there. Draper,
Denny
Lingram will be there speaking. All
Charlie
influencers.
Yeah.
I think Charlie Lee as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of good stuff. But we get a chance to show you all what these packages will look like. For those who got the Ultra VIP tickets. Again, you can use our codes on them. They give you $300 off general admission.
Oh yeah.
So it might be worth checking that out if you plan on going. It's a pretty cool packages though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like this cover. Back part. Oh yeah.
World CryptoCon, people.
Yeah. Let's pull this out, see what it looks like.
Yeah.
World CryptoCon.
It's like some EDC tickets. They probably the same company, right? Look at that.
All right. Oh yeah.
Worth the box itself is worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. The future is now.
Beautiful colors everywhere.
Boom. World CryptoCon people.
Nice.
Oh, I'm dropping little gifts they gave me in there. I don't know what it is. Some gel packs. They got
VIP tickets.
They took things out their shoe boxes, put it in there, make it smell fresh.
Sativa pins.
Too funny. Hey, you never know.
They got airplane bottles.
So yeah, it comes with little pamphlets and stuff. So again, people, you think about going to World CryptoCon, check it out. They're really putting together a great conference.
Absolutely.
Again, we're offering $300 off, and our referral link is in the description in the video. It's pretty good. Fabulous Las Vegas. We actually have a chat group on Twitter as well as on Telegram. I can't tell you everybody in there, but I will tell you some literally the biggest influencers so far in for our space, the cryptocurrency industry. Whether it comes to people who are on YouTube, some of the Twitter influencers, some of the people who do all the charts and stuff. A lot of followers. But it's literally people flying out from overseas coming to this conference that we've talked to already. So it should be pretty good. And they also have Ross Ulbricht's mother. You know, Ross from Silk Road, who's locked away as well. So
free Ross.
Free Ross. Here's the tickets. We will see you all in attendance.
Oh, yeah.
Here in the next week and a half.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, have a happy, what's the day? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
And we will see you all tomorrow.
Have a good one, people.
Cheers. World CryptoCon backwards. Upside down, right side up. I'm gonna end it like that.